Good morning on a wonderful Saturday morning. Welcome to Sports Talk with Devin Wade, talking anything and everything sports. And we want to get you involved in the conversation. And the way to do that, 713-313-4354, 713-313-4354. In addition to that, you can tweet me at Wadesword, WADESWORD. And of course, you can find me on Facebook, the Sports Talk with Devin Wade page. And you know what? You can go back and see excerpts from past shows on YouTube. Sports Talk with Devin Wade. Just search that and some videos should pop up. Now, with, I hope, increasingly improved quality of production. How about that? Hanging out with you for the next hour. And, of course, I know a lot of you have something to say about the fact that the Cleveland Cavaliers won the NBA championship. Well, of course, I did not see it going that way, and I know many of you want to brag. I've been labeled as a LeBron hater. Well, that's debatable. I'll debate that. But I have some nice things to say about LeBron. Some things that sort of may, in your opinion, take away from the shine or hating, whatever you want to call it. But we'll get into the postmortem of the NBA Finals. Well, free agency is about to begin. The NBA draft is taking place. We can talk about, I think this will be a heavy NBA show this morning because, again, a lot of moving parts here, a lot of big names finding new locations, including right here in the city of Houston. So we'll talk about that and whatever else you want to get into. 713-313-4354, 713-313-4354. Gonna take a time out, come back on the other side and get this thing started. It's the fastest hour in Sports Talk. Sports Talk with Devin Wade on KTSU 90.9, your community station.
To reach Devin on Twitter at Wadesword.
Welcome back to Sports Talk with Devin Wade on a wonderful Saturday morning. 713-313-4354, 713-313-4354. Want to say hello to all the folks checking us out on YouTube. That'll be posted a little bit later on this afternoon. So if you don't get a chance to catch all of the show, you can catch some of it. Yeah, and have a look at behind the scenes, I guess. Well, of course, not my favorite show this morning my favorite time of the week. Again, the NBA Finals took place, went to 7 games, and LeBron James, who I've been a really vocal critic of for many, many years. And again, let's put this in perspective because people say I'm a LeBron hater, and I'm not. I think that there are some decisions, obviously, he's made throughout his career, and really that have been validated by him going back to Cleveland. And again, I think most of the issues, maybe generational, the way he does things, he doesn't do them always the way that I think is appropriate. But again, those are my opinions, just like you guys have your opinions. As a player, my criticism is relative. Again, because when you're talking about LeBron, you're talking about one of the greats. And now where he is on that scale, again, that's debatable. And talking about these NBA Finals, and as I bring in the Silver Fox, Kevin Allen. How are you, Kevin?
I'm great this morning. How are you, buddy?
I told you so morning for us, right?
Hey.
A lot of I told you so's. In any case, where he ranks, and you can get into that side of the debate. But as it pertains to the NBA Finals, and I'll ask you this, and again, I think this was more about Golden State being really not, and Steph Curry really not getting this done. Now, what LeBron did was amazing. He deserved the MVP of the Finals. And kudos to him. And actually, I will say this. I think I've seen him be the most sincere ever this week. And and again, you have to be excited and happy for the people of Cleveland. But for Steph Curry to not score in the last 7 minutes, for that offense to be the leading offense in the NBA, and that sort of puts them in perspective. I think this ruins their season, their 73-win season, and I think that it validates the argument for those who say, "Oh, Golden State, yeah, they have the record, but they're not one of the greatest teams of all time." Because again, if you can't close the show, what was the point? But again, kudos to LeBron. They got it done. I thought what he did defensively was as important. And again, I just thought that down the stretch, Kyrie, he's not getting the credit I think he deserves for that big shot. Kyrie had a special series. And I think several guys, in addition to what LeBron was impressive. You can't deny what he did. And this is his defining moment. No matter what he does from this moment on, he came back, he did what he said he was going to do, and you give him all the credit in the world. You have to tip your hat to him and say, hey, he got it done.
He got it done. Now, when you look at that deal, LeBron was LeBron. But when you look at it, you have to tip the hat off to those other guys as well.
Tristan Thompson is a guy.
Those guys, LeBron played. You got to give him credit. But when you look at Kyrie
he became a star.
Have some MVP votes in that finals as well. Now, when you look at it as well, Tristan Thompson was consistent throughout as far as giving them second and third shots.
Right.
JR played big in a lot of those games as well. So if you look at it, if one of those guys don't come through, as bad as Golden State played, they still win. Coming down the stretch where you said that, where Curry didn't score in 7 minutes. Now, when you look at Game 7, the ball game was tied up with 1 minute to go.
Right, and they did not.
And they did not close it out because, the Iguodala shot where LeBron blocks the shot.
Right.
If he makes that, they go up and Cleveland's in trouble. Kyrie makes a huge bucket down the stretch. But then when you look at Golden State, it's a lot of what-ifs. But, again, hat off to Cleveland. Andrew Bogut doesn't play.
Right.
If Bogut plays, Golden State wins that series as well because now you have some kind of presence in the middle where Festus, Ezeli, and Varejao gave you nothing.
Right.
At least
right.
Bogut.
Oh, yeah, Varejao was absolutely horrible.
And Bogut gives you a few buckets there, and Bogut blocks shots. He's a rim protector. They don't get all those easy buckets in the lane. So a lot of things plays into that. Harrison Barnes disappeared.
Had one of the worst NBA finals for a guy that's supposed to be a regular contributor.
So as well as LeBron played, Kyrie played.
It came together for him.
Yeah, the timing was perfect for him. And, but Golden State was still right there. They were a minute away from winning it again. But it didn't work out that way. Cleveland played fantastic. LeBron was amazing. Kyrie was amazing, So, hey, man, those guys.
And the thing about it, again, now with free agency about to open and things about to change, I don't see any major swing that won't make Cleveland a favorite to go right back. I think Cleveland should be right back in the finals. Golden State, on the other hand, it sounds like they're going to make some major changes. I think that maybe if you listen to some of the comments from the owner, they say, hey, we tried small ball, it didn't work, we're going to go back to something else.
With who?
Well, you're hearing names. You're hearing the additions of maybe Al Horford. I heard Dirk Nowitzki is a guy that they may covet. You know who wouldn't be a bad fit except he's a jinx and he would require too much money? Dwight Howard, if he could play a role on that team
with Golden State,
would be.
He's the perfect fit.
He is, except he's Dwight Howard.
Hey, with Dwight Howard in this situation, and you and I have said this, and I hear a lot of people here say Dwight Howard doesn't do this, Dwight Howard doesn't do that. But when you look at Dwight Howard, with me, I wouldn't put out as much as I would. I know you're supposed to, and you're playing here with James Harden, and he doesn't play any defense, and he shoots all the balls. I would be upset. Hey, man, you got to give me some touches down here. But Dwight still averaged 14 points and about 11 rebounds. And for anybody else getting those kind of numbers, you go on the free agent market, you break the bank.
Right. And so I think he's going to break the bank. Relative. It's a relative term. I don't think, his value is clearly down. Huh?
I don't think he'll go there, though. They drafted him.
No, I don't think so either.
He would be a perfect fit, though.
When you talk about a big guy that can run the floor, that doesn't have to have the basketball, rim protected, and a rebounder, he's a guy that would be a nice fit. Does Kevin Love stay in Cleveland? It sounds like he is, but if
you and I talked, I told you prior to this year, if I was him, I would have got out.
Yeah. And I don't think he gets sort of any respect. I don't think that this maximizes his game in any. I think that they can brush a lot under the rug because they won a championship. But again, Cleveland, you have to be happy for Cleveland. But let's stop with the LeBron versus MJ talk right now. Let's stop that. Let's really, really stop that. I don't, and again, he's big, he's strong, he can do everything on the court. But the intangibles and what greatness looks like, he's not among the elite of the elite to me. Again, he's a generational player. For this era, he's their guy.
But I look at it, Devin, and sometimes I sit at home and I analyze things. I say, okay, last shot of the ball game, MJ, Kobe, or LeBron, who's gonna take that shot? And you answer that question yourself now when you say, okay, MJ, Kobe, or LeBron, last shot of the game, you pretty much put it in order when you answer.
Okay.
It'll be MJ, Kobe, and then LeBron.
And again, we want to get your thoughts on that. 713-313.